most. Ain't no half stepping, see you at the crossroads.
Money over on my headstone. Here lies young, getting paid for. Never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my headstone. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the headstone. Too late, you already lived. It was written in the children's story. Their life's a so what you want? Every day I struggle with it. Only God could tell me slipping. I'm infinitely big through the genesis. Dead presidents, drop a gem on them. On earth, these the last days. Throw your get money, quiet storm. Have it thoughts. For the cream, renegade. For the money, only green is the. I'm a player on the late night tip. So these see the prototype. Fingertips, reservoir dog. To the skull, ignorant. Can I live? Still film it, kiss to death, friend protect your neck. Three boys in the Cadillac, grave digger, kiss to death, friend protect your neck. Shame on the three boys in the Cadillac, grave digger. Money over on my headstone. Here lies young, getting paid for. Never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my headstone. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the headstone. Too late, you already lived. Right now I'm on the edge, so don't push me. Troublesome to 96. You a shook one, breeze and know the ledge. I'm your. What's that? I smell. Let me count my. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Run. Hi, my name is Dirk Cobain. Like a. Here I go to the next episode. Ain't no damn this explosive Beast Coast. Yeah. The mother ride or die for my strictly for my survival of the fittest. That's the sound of the police. I'm in deep cover earth, skirt, lean back. Give me one more chance. They say Jesus walks and the devil wear Prada, but I'm so damn.
Brings us to the heart of Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. To return it is Corey Grant, and he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Lucy. Set. Green 80. Set.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. He's going to take a shot right away. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Green 80. Hey, 54 Ricky.
Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. And the reception made by Dante Moncrief. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here we go. Set. Green 80.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. 372. 380. 380.
Bortles to throw on second down. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose. But it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
77.
On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, hold it.
Fournette, a first down carry. And an alley to run. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Lucy.
Throwing on first down is Bortles. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
380.
From the gun, it's Bortles. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark. And they'll get this down to the 10. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, it has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Bortles now on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2, past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Detroit!
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it.
Now let's go.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, here's Miller. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A first down carry now for Miller. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
All right, here we go.
And the pitch goes to Miller. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
All right, here we go.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out.
Watch him now, Barney. Now let's go. Green, 39. Green.
Here's a give to Miller. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first. Looking to throw. Open is Miller. He's got it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Watch him now, Barney. Now let's go. Blue 90.
They'll toss it to Miller. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Set. 319.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Going deep for Hopkins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
Here we go now. Green.
They'll look to throw. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, you guys can come out of the gate. I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
Offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now a handoff to Miller. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. So they need 2 yards here on third down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
Let's go. Blue landed.
They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Second and goal from the 1. It's a quarterback sneak. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's third down. Right now, no questioning the toughness of this Jaguar defense. This is third and goal. Here's Miller. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Lamar Miller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans are in for 6.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on third and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Fairbairn now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Lucy. So right.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
380.
Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout.
'Go.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Hey. 380. Switch. Hey, spread left.
Throwing now is Bortles. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
372. Hey, follow.
From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles. And this one is incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Taking on the midfield logo. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Over. All right, here we go. 319.
Now a toss running left. This is Miller. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Watch it now, Barney. Now let's go.
Running left is Miller. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Texans on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Now let's go. Blue line it.
He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. He'll drop to throw. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, as the first half is winding down, and the Texans will add on to their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board.
11. Hey.
Bortles now on 1st down. Trying to lay one up deep. It got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That goes for a gain of 31. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. There for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs. They'll set up to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Miles Jack. Leading the surge there, he drops him for a loss of 6. The Texans on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 14. They'll look to throw here. Now bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Fielded at the 43. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker board?
Yeah, those two.
He's going to let this one go deep. He's got it at the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one goes for 36 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Bortles on the give to Fournette. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Sunday.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Spread left. Lucy. 372. Nice 39, Lucy.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They're going to go for it now, 4th and 2. Remember, they can still get the first down at the 1-yard line, though.
Check. 380. Nice 39, Lucy. 11. Set.
They'll go for it. It's Bortles. And that is going to be incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. So they went to the booth to see if that was a touchdown, and they have decided it will not be a touchdown. 6 points off the board. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. Good move, but not much to show for it. Still inside the 5. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Now Foreman. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Texans on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 9.
Hurry up, here we go. Green.
They'll drop the throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Green 80. 372. Hey, 54 Ricky. Here we go.
From midfield, here's Bortles. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Green 80. Green 80. 372. Lucy.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. And complete over the middle. Safarian Jenkins. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Lucy. 73. Green 80.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Bortles now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th.
So right.
On first down, Bortles. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal?
Sunday. 39, Lucy.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are back within a score. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now out comes Houston. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football. High percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
They begin with a run by Miller. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. This is Miller, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Texans on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. The Texans on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Now let's go.
Back to throw here. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Set. Blue 90.
Miller will get it. He has been busy today. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Well, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They'll set up a throw, escaping the pressure right. And he finds a man on the crossing route. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Set, blue 90, blue 90.
Now a toss right to Miller. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down.
Set, green 39, green 39.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Telvin Smith with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And the fair catch is made. It's going to pin him back here at the 7-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Lucy.
Throwing on 1st down is Bortles. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys. But you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. Bortles now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Bortles. Going up top. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 36 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
So right. 372. Set. Green 80. Hank.
Bortles to throw on second down. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time. And it's third down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Lucy. 11B.
Back to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time, because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, hold it. Check. Green 80. Hey, 54 Ricky. Check.
Now Bortles, got to have this one. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So now let's look at this situation with no timeouts remaining. The offense should be able to just run the clock out.
I know that's what it says on my time management chart up here. And I know a lot of teams are hiring a time management coach who's going to sit in the box, talk to the head coach. In this situation, if you do anything but take a knee in victory formation, then you're not playing the game right. This game should be over. Take the knee, hold on to the ball.
By the way, so impressive that you do have a time management chart up here.
Listen, you know I can't count. So I need it in a big way. We can't hire anyone to help. Us out, so hopefully I'm reading it correctly.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Over! Hurry up, here we go! 319! Watch it now, Barney!
They'll run it again with Miller. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
On 3rd down, Miller. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Houston, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they taste defeat for the first time this season as they drop to 5-1. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
What's that on that beat?
Addicted to ballin', I have to get my cash. The money is calling. Got bands, got bands, got bands. I'm addicted to ballin'. I'm addicted to ballin'. I have to get my ends. I pull up in my pants, flexing, counting my bands. Started getting money. I see how it feels to be rich. I live by the beach now, that's how I should live. Since I was a